Welcome. We're going to begin by laying on our backs. And you can bring the soles of the feet to the mat with the arms down by the sides. Maybe widen the feet so that you can allow the knees to fall together, just so it's a little bit more relaxing. We'll begin to bring the breath into our bellies. Moving the breath up into your ribs. And now bringing the breath up into the top of your chest. Feeling the rise and fall of the chest with the breath. And now moving the breath from the base of your belly up into the top of the chest, bringing in full inhalations and exhalations. Moving the breath through all three sections. And then exhaling completely. And coming back to your natural breath. And we'll walk the feet in so they're in line with the hips and begin to windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Bring the knees back to neutral. Arms stay down by your sides. Nose stays pointing up towards the ceiling. Inhale, lift the hips up into bridge. Exhale, slowly lowering them back down. Inhale as you lift. Exhale as you lower. Continue to move with your breath. And one last time. Now lifting the hips up, hold it here in your bridge pose, drawing the chin towards the chest, lengthening the neck, and breathe. Slowly lowering the hips back down, one vertebra at a time. And then bring the knees in for a happy baby. Gently rocking from side to side. Coming back to neutral, and then stretch the right leg out to the side, straightening that leg as you press through the heel. Keep the left knee tucked in towards the side of the body. Breathing into any tightness in that right leg. And then we'll bring the right knee back in. Stretch the left leg out, pressing through your heel. either holding onto the foot or sliding the hand down the leg, whatever's most comfortable to you. And then bring that knee back in, release the feet or the legs and draw the knees in towards the chest. From here, we'll rock to come up to seated. And then go ahead and extend the left leg out. Bring the right foot to the inside of the leg. Lift the chest, turn towards that left leg, and then fold forward. Dropping the right hip down. Slowly coming up, continue to twist towards the left, looking over the shoulder. And then coming back to neutral, bring the right hand to the floor, left arm reaches overhead. Breathing into the left side of the body. Now stay here or press through that right hand. Lift the hips up and open up the chest. Slowly lowering the hips back down. And then bring that left arm down that leg. The right arm reaches overhead. Dropping that right hip down to deepen the stretch. And slowly coming back to neutral. And then open the legs up into a wide V. From here, we'll hinge forward. Dropping the tailbone down towards the floor and lengthen through the crown of your head. Flexing the feet to keep the legs active. Slowly coming back up. Draw that left foot in. Lift the chest, turn towards the right leg and hinge forward. Slowly coming up. Keep the chest lifted as we twist towards the right, looking over your shoulder. Now as we return back to neutral, bring the left hand to the floor, right arm reaches up towards the ceiling and then overhead, breathing into the right side of the body. Now stay here or press through that left hand, lifting the hips, opening up the hips and the chest. Slowly lowering the hips back down, circle that arm around and then down the right leg. Bring the left arm overhead, dropping the left hip down to deepen the stretch. And slowly coming back up to center, bringing the right foot in to meet the left. Lifting the chest, hinge forward into Baddha Konasana. Breathing into any tightness in the hips or the low back. And then slowly coming back up. From here, we'll come onto our hands and knees, placing the shoulders over the wrist, hips over the knees, and begin to round the spine into cat. Bring the crown and then the tailbone up for cow. Exhale as you round. Inhale as you lift. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Coming back to neutral, we'll begin to circle the torso. So just move the body organically, maybe bringing the shoulders a little bit past the wrists to deepen the stretch in the wrists and the hands. widening the fingers out, pressing through the fingertips. And then we'll circle in the opposite direction. And coming back to neutral. From here, we'll tuck the toes, lift the tailbone, press back into downward facing dog, bringing the ears in between the arms. Taking a breath here through the crown of the head, up through the tailbone, and then down towards the heels. Looking towards the top of the mat, step the feet forward, widening the feet out slightly, and then hold on to the elbows and gently swing from side to side. Coming back to neutral, bend the knees, inhale, reaching up, exhale, bring the palms back to heart center. Inhaling up, exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. And exhale, bring the palms back to heart center. Inhaling up. Exhale. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. And exhale, bring the palms back to heart center. One last time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, bring the palms back to heart center. Sit back and into chair, keeping the weight in your heels. Tucking the tailbone slightly so that you don't have that sway back. Now slowly stretching the legs out, shift the weight into that left foot, bring the right foot up for tree, above or below the knee, keeping the hips level, grounding through the heel and the toes, lifting up through the arch. And then releasing that foot, step back and come into warrior one, bending the front knee over your ankle, reaching up through the fingertips, but relaxing the shoulders. Holding on to the right wrist, come over towards the left, breathing into the right side of the body as you stretch and release any tension. Coming back to neutral, release that arm, open up into warrior two. Front knee stays stacked over the ankle. Now straighten the front leg and bend that knee. Flip the palms up. We're going to bring a bit of movement in with this pose. Inhale, straighten the leg, lift the arms. Exhale. Bring the arms back down halfway. Inhale. And exhale, bend that knee. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One last time. Inhale. Exhale. Now as we inhale, straighten that front leg. Keep the front leg straight as we level the arms back out. Now reach towards the front, popping that right hip back, and we'll move into triangle, lowering the left arm down as the right arm reaches up towards the ceiling.
And slowly coming back up. Rotate the hips towards the front of the mat as we inhale, reaching the fingertips up, keeping that front leg straight. Exhale, engage the core muscles as we lean forward, coming down halfway. Keep a soft bend in that front knee. Now slowly bringing the hands down to the shin or to the floor, moving into pyramid. Relaxing the head and neck. Releasing any tension or tightness. From here, we'll shift the weight into the front foot. Bring the back leg up into standing splits. Bring the toes towards the ceiling. And then release that right foot down to match the left, coming into a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. And exhale, bring the hands back to heart center, sitting back into chair. Again, keeping the weight in the heels. Slowly standing back up, shift the weight into the right foot, bring the left foot up for a tree. Hips stay level. Drawing up through that center line of your body. And then releasing that foot, step back. Coming into warrior one, front knee stacks over the ankle. Holding on to the left wrist, come over towards the right. Breathe into the left side of the body as you ground through that back foot. Coming back to center, releasing the wrist and open up into warrior two. Relaxing the shoulders away from your ears. Straighten the front leg. Now we'll bring movement into this pose, bend that knee. Flip the palms up, inhale, reach up, straighten the front leg. Exhale, bend the knee, lower the arms. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Last time. Exhale. Now we'll inhale, straighten that front leg. Keep the front leg straight as we lower the arms back down halfway. Reach towards the front of the mat, pop that left hip back. And then come into triangle. Releasing the right hand to the inside of the leg, left arm reaches up. Opening up the side of the body. And slowly coming back up. Rotate the hips towards the front of the mat. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Hinge forward halfway, engaging the core muscles. Soft bend in that front knee. Now slowly lowering the hands down into pyramid. Your variation here. Remember, all sides are not created equally, so this side may be slightly different than the first side. Taking a couple more breaths here, breathing into any tightness and releasing that. And now we'll shift the weight into the front foot, bring the back leg up into standing splits. Releasing the left foot down to match the right. Bend the knees, inhale, reaching up. Exhale, bring the palms back to heart center. Sit back into chair, twist to the right. Keeping the chest above the hips. Releasing the hands down to the mat, lift the hips coming into a forward fold. Right hand stays on the floor, bend that right knee, and then bring the left arm up towards the ceiling. Left hand comes down, bend the knees, sitting back into your chair, and then twist to the left. And coming back to center, release the hands back down to the floor as you come into your forward fold. Keeping the left hand on the floor, bend that left knee and bring the right arm up towards the ceiling. Maybe bringing the gaze up towards the fingertips. Right hand comes down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Plant the hands, step back into plank. Walking the feet back so that the shoulders come over the wrist, drawing the belly up towards your spine. Taking a couple more breaths here. And then releasing the knees down. Sit back towards the heels, coming into a child's pose. Release the forehead down to the mat. You can keep the knees together or widen the knees, allowing the torso to fall in between the legs. Slowly coming back up. Go ahead and sit back and come to seated. Bringing the legs around front, coming into a comfortable seated position. And then bring that right arm across your chest. Hug it in, relaxing the shoulder, and then bring the right ear down towards the shoulder. Micro moving the head to find your deepest stretch. Bringing the head back to neutral, releasing that arm. Bring the left arm across. Relax the shoulder. Bring the left ear down towards the shoulder. Again, finding the deepest stretch by micro-moving the head. Bringing the head back to neutral, releasing that arm. Hands can come down to the knees and begin to rock the head from side to side. Loosening any last bit of tension in the neck. Coming back to neutral. From here, we'll come down onto our backs. Bring the knees back in towards the chest. We'll open the arms out to the sides and then lower the knees towards the left and look towards the right. Coming into a twist, relaxing the shoulders and softening your face. Breathing into the length of the torso.
Bringing the knees back to center. Taking a breath here. And then we'll release the knees over towards the right. Look towards the left. Again, relax the shoulders, allowing them to fall towards the mat. And coming back to neutral, circling the knees around. Circling in the opposite direction. And coming back to neutral, stretching through the heels, stretch the legs out on the floor, bring the arms overhead. Maybe the palms come together, crossing the thumbs, reaching up through the fingertips. Big breath here from the feet all the way through the hands, and then back down the body. Releasing any last bit of tension as we bring the arms down by the sides and moving into Savasana. Coming into a comfortable pose for your final relaxation. Quieting the mind and your breath.
Begin to bring the awareness back to your body by gently moving your fingers and toes, maybe rocking the head from side to side. When you're ready, rolling to the side. Now slowly coming up to seated. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.